Hey everybody, this is Jeff from ConcessionSinks.com. I want to tell you something that we're really excited about, and it's our How to Build Your Own Sink System guide. Let me just kind of tell you how this all came about. I've been in the concession business for years. A lot of you know us from LemonadeBusiness.com. We sell these pneumatic lemon presses for the lemonade business. But anyhow, a lot of people buy our product, they want to get into the concession business. Well, the first thing they got to do is come up with some kind of sink system. And I've built my own sinks, and I've built sinks for people locally, but never have built them, for everybody on the internet stuff. And I've seen people run into some situations and they don't really know what to do. The health department's going to require them to have 4 sinks, hot and cold water under pressure. A 20% larger gray water tank than the fresh water, and all that can be confusing and difficult for a lot of people. So I personally was trying to figure out what kind of sink, how can we get people a sink system, but be affordable. There's some stuff out there, they're on these plastic carts. They're not made to be, hauled up on a trailer and off a trailer and cross sidewalks. I mean, I imagine they'll do what they say they do, but they look very, they just don't look very durable to me. And they're very expensive. And then there's some other units out there that look like small concession trailers. They're monsters and they're $2,000, and that's just a lot. So I looked at different things. I showed people how to take 4 plastic tubs and a little Coleman hot water thing. And that works. So I'm afraid some health departments don't like it, but whatever you can do to get by. So we started looking at some things. How can we get people, concession sinks? Well, I thought, and it dawned on me one day, I thought, well, why don't we show them how to build their own? Because it's the shipping that kills you when you can buy our sinks, and we'll ship them to you, but you're going to have a cost in labor for me building it, for one, and the other of me shipping it, which is expensive. Now, some people don't want to build it, they just want to get going. That's fine, we got them ready to go. But if you want to build your own, we've got this guide that I'm very proud of, worked very hard on. Okay, I think there's 33 videos. Okay, each video is like 2 to 3 minutes. Some are 4 minutes long, 5 minutes. They're not really long, they're very short. And it's literally starting from the step 1 of building your own sink system. Okay? You're going to have to make one trip to the hardware store. And when I built my first sink, I bet I had 25 trips to the hardware store. And a lot of wasted money on this, and realized that didn't work, and bought too much of this, or this is the wrong hose, and just so many different things that, what little we're charging for this guide, to me, it's worth so much more. It's got 33 videos. It's going to come with I think it's a 35-page manual. And in our manual, I mean, we've got pictures, and we've got a list for you to go to Lowe's and to Walmart. You're going to have to make one trip to Lowe's and one trip to Walmart, and it's got every piece to this sink system listed here, and the quantity that you're going to need, how many of them little 1/2-inch adapter fittings you're going to need. You're going to need 7 of them. Here's the item number, just in case you get in there and you can't find it. Somebody at Lowe's. But I mean, we've got a picture, a description, and the item number of every piece that goes on this. Okay, there's about 4 or 5 items you're going to have to order. Your hot water heater, your sinks, your pump, and your fancy little drains that we've used on it. Other than that, you're going to have to go to Lowe's and Walmart and be home in about 2 hours and have every piece that you need. And then when you get home, you're going to print this book out, and you're going to start. You're going to start step 1. It's going to tell you how many pieces of each of this PVC board that you're going to need and what lengths to cut. So you're going to do that first, and then you're going to sit down. Literally, you could do it. You can do the rest of this sink in the kitchen floor. I mean, it's that simple. We've got 33 videos, I think, and we've got each video. You're going to have it's going to say chapter 8, and it's going to say like installing the faucet holding board. Okay, there's a description of what video 8 is going to be about. And then you're gonna watch the video, and we're gonna put this sink together, step by step together. So, the guide is awesome. The guide is gonna literally, you can have this sink built and ready to go practically for half of what you can buy it for. And that's huge, and that's our main goal here, is so you can get a concession sink that the health department's gonna like, that you're gonna be able to use for years and years with no problems, no leaks. You know, it's not gonna tear up on you, all that kind of stuff. I mean, a dependable, awesome, good looking, practical unit for half of what you can buy it for. So, if you're looking to get a concession sink, and I know you are, you wouldn't be here, this guide, I think, that we're selling online I think it's the best money you can spend. Even if you don't build this sink, and you go buy something else, at least you'll know how it works. You'll know how it's designed, you know, what's making the water come on, what's making the water not come on, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I think this is the best thing you can do. If you're not the most handy person, if you can read a tape measure, and you can run a DeWalt drill or a rechargeable drill, you can build this thing. It's that simple. Get somebody you know to cut the boards to length if you don't have a saw. But if you got a saw and a drill and a tape measure, there's no reason you can't build this thing. And I believe you can do it in a couple of afternoons. You know, you start on Friday, once you get your parts in that you order, you start on Friday, by the end of the weekend, you'll have this thing built. And it's awesome, y'all. It's an awesome sink. I love this little sink system. Love the propane hot water heater. I don't know why anybody would want to go electric when you can go with this propane. To me, it's instant hot water. I've never had any trouble out of them over the years I've had them. You know, you don't have to run extension cords. You roll it. I mean, you can take this thing to the beach. So, get this guide. You need this guide if you're getting into the concession business, or if you're in it and you need a sink system. This guide will allow you to build your own. And it's very simple. I mean, it looks like a lot, you know, 30-something pages, but it's because we go so slow. You know, I made sure that all the videos and all the steps are so slow that if you're fairly skilled, it's going to be real slow to you. But I didn't want to leave anybody behind. This is something you need to do. This is something to be proud of. You'll get in the concession business, you'll roll this thing out, and all the other vendors are going to come up and say, "Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?" You say, "I built it." And you can build it. So, get your guide, get started. You'll save a ton of money, and you'll have a very neat, dependable sink system.